What's up, man? It's your boy, Love Dog. I'm back. Pimps, Players, and Hustlers Fantasy Football League. Commissioner Message Week number 3, 2017 season. Woo! What a week for football, man. Let me start this little effect here because it ain't winter yet, but the snowflakes are out. Man, all these people in this damn anthem. I can't believe all these people get so upset over it. I don't even know what to even say, really, to tell you the truth. I'm kind of sick of it. I used fantasy football to get away from all the news and to try to relax. And what is it now? It's just nothing but people fighting and people being divisive over some bullshit, man. I know a lot of fantasy football leagues are probably dealing with it. Actually, one of the fantasy football groups I'm on on Facebook got people benching players like they're taking knees. I refuse to play. I'm benching everybody. Don't get any bright ideas, Britt. Now, we got a couple of these snowflakes here in our league, too. I mean, let me just clear this off for them. Let the snowflakes fall. Let the snowflakes fall because they're so hurt over some shit that don't affect their life at all. Don't affect them no bit. They still wake up every morning, gotta go to work, gotta pay the bills, gotta take the kids to school, gotta get them to softball practice, gotta get them to basketball practice. Whatever it is, you still do everything you did the same as you did last year, the year before. Ain't nobody's different happening because of these snowflakes who are crying over the anthem. And I know some of you have been emailing me and leaving me messages about, yo, what, man, I'm a commish. How do I even handle this in my league? What do I do with all these snowflakes that are on meltdown because of this issue? Well, man, you just gotta let them be them, man. That's how we do it, You just gotta let them be them. Then whatever they gotta do to make themselves happy. You don't want to have a upset owner, someone who's all down and out about football, whatever it might be. If they don't like football, they want to quit your league or whatever it might be. You just gotta let them go, man. Gotta let them go. Just bye. Bye, snowflakes. We'll see you later. We'll replace you. Don't think that this league ain't going to continue on without you, snowflakes. Keep it moving, snowflakes. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. That's right. These snowflakes got to just keep it moving. So that's my advice to you commissioners out there. If you got these guys out here who get all butthurt about people protesting, you know what? A lot of people protesting nowadays. And a group you can't find that ain't protesting. So you can't spend all your time getting all upset over which group is protesting, whether it was the Tea Party against Obama, whether it's the resistance against Trump, whether it's NFL players and the fight for equality and police brutality, whatever it might be, man. You just got to let it happen and try not to get all upset about it. Because, like I said, I'm going about my life, man. I'm still trying to enjoy the game. I'm still winning games. I'm 3-0. I don't think I can't lose in the era of Trump. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's the good luck charm in my team. Got my mojo going here because Trump is president and I can't lose. All this winning, he said we were going to win. I didn't know he meant fantasy football, so might have voted for him if he said fantasy football. I'm just going to keep winning, but it is what it is. A couple other things I wanted to get into as well. Foster, you're a complete bitch. You try to call me out on being a hypocrite when you're the hugest hypocrite there is. You want to talk about everything with you always comes down to blue and red. Everything is politics. And I'm sure a lot of leagues are dealing with it this year more than any. But everything always comes down to politics with you. I bring up a fantasy football issue with you carrying the Seahawks D. When you're against these protests and Michael Bennett is on the Seahawks, and you want to make it about where I live, because I live in a red city. I mean, give me a break. Why are you going to break it down to that point? If you want to go that far as into who's being a hypocrite, then you support dogs, right? You love the SPCA. Well, why don't you sell your house and live in an apartment and then giving that extra money to the SPCA? Right? I mean, it's stupid. That's the argument you're making. It's dumb. Like I said in the beginning, I'm coming straight to you, direct, on video. I ain't using my thumb. Love it, BP95. What's going on? You take the bet. Nah, bruh. I come to you direct. Straight to your face. Straight to your ear hole. You could see me, and I'm sure you're probably going, stop that movement! We're just probably getting all mad. But that's fine, because he's a snowflake. See? Little snowflakes falling. There you go, Foster. Just let it fall, Fosse. Right there, buddy. All for you, man. The snowflake used on your meltdown. Getting all upset over some bullshit. And always being divisive on the fucking text group message. Man, and Patty wants off the group message because of you. Pretty much, it's you and Slovak and James that he wants to get rid of off that group text message, because you guys just blow it up every day, all day. I know I get into it too. I'm not saying that I'm any better, but I'm not as divisive as Foster. Foster always takes it back to politics. I don't get it. Everything's political now. And even you think even for his buddy Britt, he would tone it down a little bit, but he don't. I mean, he just wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning. All there is a group text, Trump! Just trying to start shit up. I don't get it, man. And just stop it with that shit. Talk some shit about football. Talk some shit about my team. Go talk some shit about somebody's free agent pickup. Which, by the way, again, we have the same problem. Papa's Brew ain't made one free agent pickup, but for his kicker in the beginning of the season, who was put on IR, but he's keeping him too. I gotta keep Sebastian Janikowski. Someone might pick him up, ain't coming back to like week 6 or 8. Anybody's gonna hold on to a kicker. But whatever. Still, no free agent pickup from him. So we have the same problem with him. And then he's getting all snowflakey. This one's for you too there, boy. You're all snowflakey. Go check out the league chat message. The chat room. Go check it out, everyone. See what a snowflake dare boy is. Lumpy, you're picking on me. You're not fair to me. I need a safe space. Look at Jeremy Macklin didn't play, and you didn't give any shit to Slovak over it. Oh my God, bro. Yes, he did play. He was active. How did he get 8 yards receiving if he didn't play? Like I said, man, some of these conservatives in our league, biggest snowflakes I know. Biggest snowflakes I know. Just want to complain and cry over everything. Here, just make it rain on the snow for the snowflakes. Make it rain for them right there. Here you go, little snowflakes. There you go. Biggest snowflakes I know. Anyway, so the last thing I wanted to get into for this week was these commish messages. If you got something to say about my takes, come up here and you say it on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, or first thing Sunday morning. After the games play, your shit, that's Monday morning quarterbacking. If you got a problem with what I say, if I'm schooling you, and you got a problem with a take I have, like I said, Chris Thompson, yeah, he had a big game. I was wrong. But come and say it fucking before he plays. Don't come and say it after he plays about what a bad call that was. Like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Where are you with your takes? Come say it before they play. Something the rookie don't know nothing about. Because he takes players after they play. So he already knows what they did. I expect that kind of shit from him. And he's a snowflake too, getting all mad. So let me spread these snowflakes around for him too, the rookie. Because he gets all mad. That's right, Obama. I'm the rookie. Kareem Hunt, asterisk. So anyway, that was all I wanted to get into for this week. Just stop being so snowflakey around everything. And let's just drop the politics, really. I mean, we're not changing hearts and minds. I understand that 98% of this league is conservative. I'm the one liberal Democrat. You guys ain't going to change my mind. You guys could think I'm crazy. That's fine. I might be. I think you're crazy, and I'm sure you guys are fine with that, too. So rather than, fighting over the politics of things, let's fight over fantasy football and who has a good team and who doesn't, and whose guys are performing and who aren't. Because my team's performing, I'm 3-0. Hey, at least maybe that will unite everybody. Seeing the commish getting all hyped for his 3-0 team, making everybody hate on me. That's right. Come on, haters. Where's all the hate? Everyone hate on me for my team, not my politics. Because you ain't changing my mind. That's all there is to it. So anyway, that's how it goes. That's Pinch Players and Hustlers. Let's get into week 3. And I'll show you what went down. Snowflakes. All right, here we are with week 3. This is what went down. So you see your boy, Mr. Sweet Spot, took out URSO 103 to 81. That's right, boy. Moved to 3-0. Like I said, hate on me for my team. hate on Phillip Rivers for throwing 3 picks because I'm hating on him, fucker. Anyway, I had Le'Veon Bell. He showed up finally with 15. Tough matchup this week against B-More too, man. So he's a slow starter this year and yet to for 100 yards rushing, but got in the end zone, so made it worth it there. Devontae Freeman with 20. He's been solid the last couple weeks. Doug Baldwin with 17. Golden Tate with 11. Could have had 17 if he would have gotten into the end zone there at the end of the game, but he didn't. Devontae Parker, which was crazy because he had 0, and then at the end of the game, the garbage time of all garbage time, and he catches a touchdown. He gets like these 76 yards receiving within like the last minute of the game, and then catches the touchdown with no time remaining in the game. So good dime garbage points there from Devontae Parker to bail me out. I'm done with Hunter Henry, and done as in I'm going to hold on to him just because I have Phillip Rivers. If I didn't have Phillip Rivers, I'd cut him. But I'm done, man. I'm moving on. I got Cameron Brate this week, man. No targets, 2 out of the first 3 games. Bye. And then Boswell, I'm streaming kickers now. Got Prater this week. Eagles D was a disappointment. I have the Houston D. I benched them. Picked up the Eagles D this week, and that wasn't a very good move because Texans D did better. Anyway, it was enough to get me out my win here. Carson Wentz with 25. That was a pretty big disappointment with Lukey. Luke always comes through too, man. He's always the guy that gives me a go, at the last minute, I made the... He's always the last minute story guy. Always making a change at the last minute. Couldn't get the guy he wanted in at the last minute. Man, this guy is working up until the deadline every week. I mean, I haven't heard about so many stories about he would have put this guy in, but didn't because it was the last minute. He was looking at this thing, and he made the change at the last minute. Always the last minute with this guy. But didn't work out for him because Mariota on his bench with 36. So anyway, he had a huge thing too with Higgins. I was making fun of him on the board, on the site for picking up Higgins, and then he wants to tell me about, oh wow, he's a diamond in the rough. He's the man. Like I said, he has a fascination with the Browns wide receiver for some reason. He finally dropped Corey Coleman. He dropped Higgins this week after pumping him up last week about how great he was. But then that was a 1-week pickup, so he dropped him. Anyway, Bagak on that pick. Jordy Nelson showed up with 17. Antonio Brown did his thing with 18. And we're going to get into this a little bit as we go. You're going to notice that we had quite a few players this week with negative or 0. You know, so there's quite the list. So Panthers D, a lot of the defenses this week with negative points. So -1 from the Panthers D, and I get the win, and I go to 3-0. URSO is 1-2. In the Rick Perry Bowl, both these guys, these owners love Rick Perry. They find him to be the pinnacle of American pride. So this was the Rick Perry Bowl. So Rick Perry won, but Juggernauts took the win to get himself out of the gutter and proved a 1-2. Cock Merchants fell to 1-2, and Dak Prescott for the Juggernauts showed up with 37, 28 from Brandon Cooks, and there we go. Seahawks D with -3. So there's the second defense with negative points. The Cock Merchants, Kirk Cousins showed up with 54, but he had Russell Wilson on his bench with like 63. So even though he got a good out of Kirk Cousins, I'm sure he would have rather started, even though it wouldn't have made a difference in the game. Elliott shows up with 15. Jack Doyle with -2. That was his free agent pickup of the week. And then the Baltimore Ravens D with -6. Yeah, and he had Crowder with a negative number in there. It would have been the first time ever I've ever seen a team with 3 positions in the negatives, but Crowder pulled it out and ended up getting 2 points for him. But he takes that, a reigning champ falls to 1-2 and takes that loss, that hard loss. But Rick Perry wins, so he's happy. So everyone's happy in that game there for Rick Perry. In our next game, we have the Haters, our weekly winner, 2 weeks in a row now, taking the 140-92 win over the Rookies. Again, like I said, Haters proves to 3-0, the only other undefeated team. Rookies falls to 1-2. Haters led again by Tom Golden Boy Brady with 66 points. 11 points from Gore, 23 from Sammy Watkins, 14 from Gronkowski, and that's all he needed to get 140. Like I said, Bush League quarterback scoring, no way a quarterback should be getting 66 points. It just makes it way too difficult for the rest of your team to step up and make those points up. But we're playing by those rules, and the Bush League will he gets the win, and he gets the weekly. Rookies led on this team by Stafford with 33. Kareem Hunt, asterisk, gets 26 for him. Tyreek Hill, 14, asterisk, for him as well. And then there's the other negative number there, Buccaneers D with -3, even though he drafted the Denver D in the 7th round. So hard to see why he goes early on defense and then sticks with the Bucs D 2 weeks in a row. So he takes that loss and he falls to 1-2. And the next game we had, the Blue Bloods, Britt Staines, get the win 92-88 over Patty Wack's Playboys. Winston for Blue Bloods there, 35, 21 from Carlos Hyde, 0 from Crabtree after coming off a 3-touchdown game, so that was pretty surprising. 0 from Hoopa. I tried to warn him about that. He was chasing points, but he didn't want to listen and ended up going with them. Patty's Playboys, really not a lot to go over there. Just 21 from Fitzgerald, 14 from Jackson, 10 from Cook, 11 from Lutz, 10 from the Steelers. I mean, didn't have anyone really stand out and have any great games there other than Fitzgerald, so you're going to expect to have that loss. But the combined 3 points from both your running backs, that hurts. That you got some problems there, bro. You need to make a trade, do something. Lynch is not panning out, and neither is Forte. So Adrian Peterson on your bench ain't going to help you either. So you need some real help there, bro. And then 11 from Carr, and I'm sure he'll have a bounce back game. So takes that loss. In the next game, we have the 289ers take a 93-113 loss to the basket of deplorables. Breeze for 289ers with 40, 12 from McCaffrey, 0 from Benjamin, 0 from Rudolph, and 14 from Matt Bryan as kicker. When you get 2 zeros in your lineup, that's going to definitely keep your score down, so that hurts. Basket of deplorables won even without Cam Newton, but got off to a good start this week with Todd Gurley with 33 points on that Thursday night game. Could have had a 4th touchdown, but Niners really bossed up there on the goal line and kept them out. ODB shows up finally for him with 19, and AJ Green also with 18 points. So it looks like his receivers are starting to get on track. Oh, and Ted Ginn with 11. So pretty good score with such a crappy quarterback score. You get that good quarterback score, you're in the running there for the weekly this week. But got the win, got off the schneid there, got his first win of the year. So 1-2 for both teams. And then in the last game of this week, we had the Flat Earth Conspiracies take a 133-104 win over Papa's Brew. Flat Earth Conspiracy, 48 from Rogers, 25 from Howard, 22 from Delvin Cook. He talks about, again, he was one of the guys that wants to come on Monday morning and start talking about Jordan Howard and my take on him. Didn't have nothing to say on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So again, they're Slovak. You got any problems with any of my takes? Come before Sunday. After that, your opinion is irrelevant. 0 from Macklin with the 8-yard receiving, so he did play, you dumbass, Darren. And then 14 from Mike Thomas, 0 from Kelsey, another 0. And 11 from the Rams. Could have really had a good game if you could have gotten some more points out of those 2 zeros. Could have been in the running there for the weekly, but gets the win nonetheless. Papa's Brew, 32 from Ryan, 4 from Montgomery. That's got to hurt. He's been playing well, so that's a disappointment. 13 from Gordon. Could have had more if he didn't get injured during the game and go out. 23 from Hilton. He finally showed up. 0 from Cooper. Again, man, another player with 0. Kai Forbath with 10, and then the Chiefs D with 16. So those were Week 4's games in Pimps, Players, and Hustlers. Yeah, so I put away the snowflake because I'm sure this is the way they feel right now, these snowflake conservatives in the league. I'm sure this is pretty much how they want to line me up right about now after my rant there in the beginning about the anthem and just letting bygones be bygones and try to move on because it ain't affecting your life at all. Again, we all know each other's views on things, so what's the point if we're going to keep beating each other up over it, because you ain't changing hearts and minds. But going back to our games, man, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players this week with 0, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with negative points. So that's kind of contributing there to the low scores with all these zeros and negatives. So I think I found the answer there. So why don't you guys pull the trigger, and we'll end it real smooth this week. So I'll catch you all next week. Peace.
Word around town, I'm a man, nigga. Bring that bitch down to the grams, nigga. 16 O's in a pound, nigga. Quarterback draw, touchdown, nigga. Touchdown, nigga. Touchdown, nigga. Touchdown, nigga. Next day, air, no ground, nigga. Took a loss, had a nigga on slim fast. Now I'm moving weight like gym class. Broke it down, every bag like Sinbad.